podcast you're about to listen to is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of horror movie fans who chose to listen to the Huge Horror Movie Podcast.
With your host, Killian Gore.
Oh, I'm a happy camper. I love the summer sun. I love the trees and forests. I'm always having fun. Oh, I'm a happy camper. I love the clear blue sky, and with the grace of God, I'll camp until I die. Oh, till I die. Hi, everybody. Let me just put this away. Let's be over here. Put that on the stand. Right. Plonk yourself down here. Excuse the scooch of the microphone. Is that making a noise? Hello, welcome to the Huge Horror Movie Podcast. I'm Killian Gore, and today, of course, based on what? It's going to be Sleepaway Camp today. Of course it is. Oh, the movie in the BG. I have not pressed play. Stupid of me. I always do that, don't I? One time I even forgot the entire movie in the BG. I didn't do one for serial killer movies. So that was... So that happened. Right. So, yeah, Sleepaway Camp. So this is one I do also have a mini horror quiz book for, as well as it featured in the Huge Horror Movie Quiz book. So we'll be probably having a look at that later on, if you don't mind. But to begin with, we had a special guest. Sorry, yes, I've got a special guest. It is the actual lake from the movie. You want to make a note? There it is. Can you hear it? It was difficult to fit in here, but I've got it in. There it is, lapping away. Thank you. Right, do you want to stop that? Yep, thanks. Thank you. It just went into the other room in a big, big sloshy wave. Big sloppy wave. Right. A bit of a story from the Horror Movie Massacre. Now, in the Horror Movie Massacre, I've not visited the Sleepaway Camp as a location. If you're familiar with the Horror Movie Massacre, if you're not familiar, it's basically this guy who goes around killing people at horror movie locations. Should have done Sleepaway Camp. I suppose I still can. It's a story in progress. It's serialised, and there's still probably 14 more to go. 14 more instalments is the plan anyway. But yeah, I've got Friday the 13th in here, which is like a cousin of Sleepaway Camp, isn't it? So I think that's allowed. Here we go, deep breath. Hey. I've started. This is the beginning. Hey, you awake? I said, giving Billy another shove. Harder this time. I'm reading it really bad. Right, sorry, take two. Here we go. Hey, you awake? I said, giving Billy another shove, harder this time. I got down to his level and started rocking him roughly until I heard him make some muffled noises. Yes, he was still alive. Well, just about. Although that wouldn't be for much longer. I'd spent enough time at Camp Crystal Lake, and it was now officially Friday the 13th, so there was no point in prolonging things any further. As I looked down at the machete in my clasp, I gave a moment's thought to beheading Billy, just like Jason's mom in the first movie. Of course, it looked terribly easy in the film. Somehow, I doubted the reality would be quite so swift and clean. You don't chop through someone's head as easily as cutting through a cucumber. It'd be really cool, though, and apt. To hell with it. The moment's thought grew wings and took flight, lifting my arm up with it, the machete impossibly catching the hazy moonlight with a spark of light so dazzling the woods flashed with an eerie bolt of azure lightning. Down the massive blade fell and fell and fell as I counted out loud. 1, 2, 3. I had no frame of reference for the grisly sounds that my chopping generated. I was locked into the job, barely conscious. The night glazed over the gore before me, and all I was really aware of, a werewolf. was how much blacker everything became. Billy himself didn't respond in any way. There was no fighting back or moment of sound or anything. I suppose my first strike was rather inhumanly harsh, aided by the spirit of Jason, perhaps. There you go. Or the spirit of Angela. Could have been Angela, couldn't it? Just have to grab this and turn down the... didn't mute the phone. You know, you don't want that going off, do you? It'd be really irritating for you. Right, so let's do our opening 5 questions, shall we? Sleepaway Camp. And obviously we'll delve a little more into the movies as we look at the questions. So here we go. Numero uno. What is the name of the killer in the 1981 summer camp horror movie Mad... Oh, that's the wrong one. I wondered why. Madman, yeah. Madman Mars. Nothing to do with it. That's from the wrong page. So you see, summer camp horror movies is on the next page. Right next door to Sleepaway Camp. Right, sorry now. Number 1. What is the name of the summer camp in the first Sleepaway Camp movie? Number 2. Who portrays Angela in Sleepaway Camp's parts 2 and 3? And number 3. What is the subtitle of Sleepaway Camp 4, the entry that ran out of funds in 1992 after only 34 minutes of the movie had been shot? And number 4, which American singer-songwriter starred as Charlie in Return to Sleepaway Camp? And number 5, who is Angela's first victim in Sleepaway Camp? I can't remember. What did I say? I've got Sleepaway Camp 2 on in the BG. Because I don't know if I explained. Sleepaway Camp 2 is probably, I would say, my favourite of the bunch. Maybe that's because I came to it first. I didn't see the first movie probably for quite a long time later, actually. Because over here in the UK, I don't think it was as widely available. I could be wrong, but based on my own wanderings around the video stores and video shops, which have all gone now, haven't they? I can't remember seeing Sleepaway Camp. You know, never. Well, mind you, over here was, of course, it was called Nightmare Vacation. So it was Nightmare Vacation 2, which I first rented. Not rented, sorry. I bought that one. Bought it on VHS from Macro. Yeah, I believe it was Macro. Do you remember Macro? Did you used to go Macro? Is Macro still around? Macro. Marco I've put instead of Macro. Macro. Mardo. I'm typing wrong. You're making me nervous, you are, listening to me. Macro UK. Oh, it is. Macro Liverpool. It probably was that. Macro Liverpool. Probably doesn't have VHS anymore, does it? Any road. That's made me lose me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Nightmare Vacation 2. Yeah, in a white box, I seem to recall. And I'm just typing in to have a look at it. There it is. Yeah, because it's quite weird because on the computer I'm looking at, I saw one. Oh, there it is. There's one with that white box. I think that's a DVD. Anyway, none of that's important. But it was, the first one I saw as Nightmare Vacation 2, and I always remember how at the beginning it seemed to be very sort of crudely edited, like they mucked about with it to slap on the Nightmare Vacation 2 name. It just sort of did Angela's first kill, which I'm sure it was cut, and then it just went ding 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 ding, and then it cut to the title Nightmare Vacation 2, and it looked really naff, and it made it look bad. I mean, I know it is quite a bad film anyway. Enjoyably bad, obviously. But yeah, it's like they goofed it up. So it's like people who do things like that don't care. Why did they even call it Nightmare Vacation 2 instead of Sleepaway Camp? Why? Why did they do that? I mean, what's always struck me as strange about that decision is the word vacation is quite an American name, isn't it? We don't say I'm going on vacation over here. We say holiday. You know, why is it not Nightmare Holiday? Well, that sounds a bit naff, doesn't it? Well, they just keep Sleepaway Camp, you know. What gives? Whoever made that choice? What were you thinking? Right. Number... There is no number. I'm just going to do the answers to those first 5 for you now. Straight off the bat. I'm looking at the right ones. Number 1, Madman Mars. I'm joking. Number 1, yes, the camp. It was, of course, Camp Arawak. Well, let's have a pause, shall we? Where is Camp Arawak? Do we know? I'll look in... Oh, that's the wrong... dead unprofessional, isn't he, this guy? I just wanted to know where... It's getting hot in here again. Where it was filmed. Where was it filmed? Oh, Camp Algonquin. Algonquin. Camp, which I do believe is gone now. Algonquin gone now. Gone. It's in the name. It was destined to go, wasn't it? In New York. Argyle is in New York. Sleepaway Camp filming location. Yeah. I remember. I think I saw one of those videos where somebody was snooping around the location. There's certainly ones of that for part 2 with Adam the Woo. I've got the Blu-ray collection here from Scream Factory, which is very good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then of course there's part 4, isn't there? Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the questions because I end up like talking about the film and then giving away the answers, don't I? So Camp Arawak, yes. Number 2, who portrays Angela in 2 and 3? It's the lady on the screen, Pamela Springsteen, of course. Bruce's brother, Pamela Springsteen. Is she still knocking around? Pam, are you there? Are you listening? Pamela. I'm putting Pamela Angela. Pamela Springsteen. What's she up to? Actress and the photographer. Oh, actress only from 1982 to 1990, so I guess she did stop. We've had enough of this acting lark. I want to take photographs now. The last movie, The Gumshoe Kid. She didn't... Oh, she was, of course, in... Oh, no, she wasn't. I thought I was reading the wrong thing there. She popped up in that's giveaway probably one of the answers there. Anyway, babbling. Sorry. Let's crack on. What was the subtitle of Sleepaway Camp 4, which I nearly just said? The entry that ran out of funds in 1992 after only 34 minutes was shot. Yeah, I just read that, didn't I? The Survivor. Sleepaway Camp 4, The Survivor, which was I've got more facts about that somewhere in probably in its little Sleepaway Camp mini horror book. Should have looked this up first, shouldn't I? Boom. There's a bit about Nightmare Vacation for you. The first 2 sequels were also released under this title, simply as Nightmare Vacation 2 and Nightmare Vacation 3. Although when Anchor Bay released a UK DVD box set in 2004, they retained their original Sleepaway Camp titles. Return to Sleepaway Camp remains unreleased on UK home media. Yeah, that's true that. You can't get mine's a region 1 from America. Yeah. Oh, yeah, here it is, I do believe. Sleepaway Camp 4, a film which began filming in 1992 before production was shut down after around 34 minutes was shot. Yes, we know that. A 70-minute version was released on DVD in 2012 using the surviving footage together with archive material from the first 3 movies. A Blu-ray special edition is currently in the works. That was the bit I was trying to find for yous. Because I'm sure I chatted to the guy on a Sleepaway Camp site, or he contacted me maybe when I posted something about it. give me an update. I think he said it's still in the works. Survivor Blu-ray, but that was like, was that like last year? Was that last year? When was this one from? 2019. Yeah, last year. Yeah, and no movement on that, which is a shame. Even though I know a lot of people don't actually seem to like it. It's kind of I've never seen it actually myself, so I can't judge on it. But yeah, no updates on that one. Sleepaway Camp 4, the Survivor. Shall we have a little look on? It's because it has an Internet Movie. Oh wow, look at its score, 1.8. Based on 810 people. 810 of you have had a look at it, have you? Did you enjoy it? No, you didn't. You gave it 1.8. What did they say? Well, I'm sure I can work it out. Hang on. This will be more interesting. Are there any 10-star reviews for it? Yes. Here we go. If you bought the Sleepaway Camp DVD box set from Best Buy, no, then you probably have the exclusive bonus 4th DVD, which contains the unfinished footage for Sleepaway Camp 4 The Survivor. Sleepaway Camp 4 is not a movie. In fact, the production was shut down. This is what I've just said. Very little film footage was actually shot, and the footage which was shot is more like rehearsal footage. It's interesting to watch once, but it's not something you'd really want to watch over and over again. And another 10, a Sleepaway Camp, a glimpse at what could have been there. That's quite a long review. Me not read that one, too long. And then another one, amazing, a well-edited clip show version from the unmade 4th movie and footage from the first 3. Keeping it very brief there. What's with these names again? Lorand Orgy. 96671. How many reviews? Oh, quite a few reviews. Because they like quite bad movies. They've said House of the Dead is very good, amazing camera work, masks, acting, and directing by Uwe Boll. Fred the movie. Fred is funny. Disaster. Oh, they didn't like Disaster movie. Unfunny, atrocious writing, directing, characters, acting, jokes, and every single moment of this film. But they loved the Sleepaway Camp 4. A birdemic, shock and terror, amazing movie. Right, I get the impression of the kind of films you like. Can you hear the ice cream van? So yeah, what a perplexing person you are. You like all these bad movies, and then the worst movie of all time, Disaster Movie, which is number 1 in the worst movies. You don't like that one. Any road, I've got very distracted, as we shall now move on to the... No, we didn't finish, had we? Number 4 was... What? Number 4... Did I read that? American singer-songwriter. Starred as Charlie. Oh, I did, in Return to Sleepaway Camp. Yeah, Isaac Hayes. It's strange that Isaac Hayes was in that film, wasn't it? How did he get him? Number 5, who is Angela's first victim in Sleepaway Camp? It is the head chef, Artie. Interesting link, isn't it, between those two questions? Because, of course, Isaac Hayes was the chef in South Park. Maybe I did that intentionally. So it would be really clever of me, wouldn't it? I didn't know. I'm not that clever. Number 6, now we move on to. Which Sleepaway Camp film features the following song? Oh, I'm a happy camper. Oh, well, I didn't tell you, did I? I love the summer sun. I love the trees and forests. I'm always having fun. In number 7, what were the Sleepaway Camp films renamed to in the UK when distributed on video? Again, I've blown that one, haven't I? Number 8, when we first hear Angela speak in Sleepaway Camp, what single word does she say to Paul? Number 9, which actor from the original Sleepaway Camp did not appear in Return to Sleepaway Camp? Was it, got a choice here, Paul Angelo, Ronnie, Christopher Collette, Paul, Jonathan Tiersten, Ricky, or Felissa Rose, Angela? And number 10 is our true or false moment. Everybody's favourite bit, isn't it? Sleepaway Camp 3, Teenage Wasteland, was filmed but not released in 3D. Because it's Sleepaway Camp 3. Was it one of those Sleepaway Camp 3D? Not Amityville 3D and Jaws 3D and the other one I can't remember. Was there another one that I can't remember? Was there? Anyway, I don't know what to do now. Oh yes, of course. We will go to the horror movie manual for the little look at Arawak Camp Arawak, which we've already just heard about previously. The name of the summer camp featured in the slasher movie Sleepaway Camp. According to the poster, you won't be coming home from it. A good option if you wish to cut down on travel expenses. He's very good, isn't he? And Baker, Angela. This is, again, the horror movie manual. The killer in the Sleepaway Camp movies. Angela was born a boy named Peter, who lost his sister, also named Angela, in a boating accident when he was a young child. It was as a result of this that Peter was forced to take on the identity of his deceased sister by her strange Aunt Martha. After a murder-filled, fun-packed trip to Camp Arawak, Angela showed a penis to everyone, with her mouth agape in a peculiar and terrifying manner. Some years later, Angela returned to camp, this time as a camp counsellor at Camp Rolling Hills in Sleepaway Camp 2 Unhappy Campers, where she killed another bunch of people, and not intent on having killed those people, she went to Camp New Horizons in Sleepaway Camp 3 Teenage Wasteland and Camp Manabe, Return to Sleepaway Camp, to kill some more. She is portrayed in parts 1 and 2 by Felissa Rose and Pamela Springsteen in parts 2 and 3. So there you go. I don't know if there's any more entries in this book from Sleepaway Camp. There could be, couldn't there? What's the camp in part 2? Arawak, and then Rolling Hills, isn't it? Remember Rolling Hills? Let's have a look. Is Rolling Hills in there? And more importantly, does it have a good entry? I mean, like a funny one, like the others. No, he's not. Oh, did I not put Rolling Hills in? No, just roadkill's quite close to it though. A dead animal on the road, often seen at the beginning of a horror movie to let you know that bad things are about to happen. That's it. That's all for the horror movie manual. So we'll move on to the answers to those 10. Shall we now? Yes, that'll be good for you. You'll enjoy that, won't you? Number 6, which was the Hammy Camper song. It's the movie, of course, I've got on now in the BG. There's Angela talking to Thingy. What's he called? Can't remember. Is it Bob? Is Bob the guy at Sleepaway Camp? I'm sure he's called Bob. Sorry, bash the desk. Uncle John, not Bob. Uncle John. How could I forget that? Because I've got an Uncle John. I've got my own Uncle John, but he's not a camp head. Is that what they call it? Head counsellor. No, I don't know what he does. Something to do with chickens, but any road. Next one. Number 7, yes, was the one I've already given it away. They were called Nightmare Vacation in the UK. And like I said, we'll never know why. We'll never get to the bottom of that. Did they have any other names, though, eh? So we've not done this before. Let's look at some also known as... no. Well, that didn't go very well. Number 8. When we first hear Angela speak, what does she say? She says, "Good night." That's not the end. No, that's the answer. Number 9. Which actor from Sleepaway Camp wasn't in Return? It was Paul Christopher Collette. And 10. The true or false question. Was it in 3D? Of course it wasn't. Don't be daft. They didn't have that kind of money, did they, to do a 3D film? Anyway, they're all going nuts on the film at the moment over something. I haven't got the sound on. I can't have the sound on, can I? Somebody's giving somebody a piggyback there. around the cabins and picking up clothes off the floors, all going crazy. Angela walks in, you're all in trouble, I'm getting mad at you all. As she said, they cut that bit out because it was a bit obvious then, wasn't it, that she was the killer. I'm getting mad at you all soon. I can't remember what I was doing next. Oh no. It's difficult doing these shows. I know what I was going to do. I was going to go to our lovely, dreadful reviews for Sleepaway Camp. We'll go to part 1. Because it's probably the one that I think generally it's the one people like best. And, I mean, obviously it's remembered for its shocking end scene, isn't it? Which is shocking, isn't it? It really is. I mean, none of the other ones could quite beat that. Even though there was a reveal at the end of Return to Sleepaway Camp. Return to Sleepaway Camp, you know, I've mentioned this on social media before, is a movie that everybody does slag off. It's one of those. And yes, obviously I like it. And I like it because I think it really captures the tone of the first movie. It really feels like it was shot in the 80s. And there's so many people doing movies that, you know, are trying to recapture the 80s. And it always feels very contrived. You know, it always feels like a film that's shot now with an 80s vibe to it. You know, it doesn't genuinely feel like they were made in the 80s. Like Stranger Things doesn't feel like it was actually made in the 80s. You know, it feels very modern. But Sleepaway Camp, Return to Sleepaway Camp doesn't feel at all modern. It genuinely feels like they shot it a few weeks after the first one. I don't know how he did it. You know, the way people act and everything. Because there was the whole thing was with the director of Sleepaway Camp, Robert was it Hiltzman? Help me out, Hiltzman. Yeah, Hiltzik. Hiltzik. Yeah, he sort of vanished, didn't he, after Sleepaway Camp, because he didn't think people remembered it or wanted to remember him or anything. You know, he's disappeared. I think he just started a family and forgot about it. And then the guy who did the Sleepaway Camp website sort of rung him up and thorn a bit, and it all sort of. You know, you explained to him that, your film was, everybody loves your movie, do they? I'll do another one then. And so he came back and did Return to Sleepaway Camp. Anyway, what I'd like to do now, very quickly, is an interview with Michael A. Simpson. Hello, Michael. Oh, no, it'll be me reading Michael's parts, because Michael A. Simpson was in my What's Your Favourite Scary Movie book. He very kindly agreed to answer my 3 questions, and here they are. Here we go. What's your favourite scary movie, Michael? Well, my favourite depends on my mood on any given day. I love Phantasm. I recently watched it again. I first saw it stoned in '79 with my brother, and it scared the bejesus out of both of us. It were playing at a majestic old theatre house in downtown Atlanta that had gone to seed. The place reeked of pee and alcohol. He says piss. I didn't want to say piss, though. I've said it now. Piss. There you go. Piss and alcohol. Street people were sleeping around us. There was so much petty crime happening inside the theatre that the manager refused to dim the lights during the show. He wanted to keep an eye on everyone. And the tall man and his flying orbs of death were still scary as boop. Great use of sound design with the spheres flying through the air. The dead shrunk. What? Oh, the dead shrunk down into... I thought it said skunk. I thought he was talking about the theatre again. There was a dead skunk in the theatre. That were bothering me. No, the dead shrunk down into dwarves and reanimated. Classic insanity. The director, Don Coscarelli, is an original. I saw Bubba Hotep at the New Art in L.A. New Art, I think that's how you say that, when it was released in 2002 and can still quote lines from it. Blumhouse is doing great stuff. Jason Blum has reinvigorated the horror and supernatural thriller genres in an impressive way. They still have a soft spot for old school black and white horror films. Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, horror stuff from the 1930s. I love to watch those late at night when I'm by myself. Cup of tea. Doesn't say the cup of tea bit. What's your favourite? Who was your favourite horror movie director? Don't have just one, but John Carpenter would be up there. What's your favourite type, subgenre of horror movie? I love supernatural horror, he says. What's your favourite bad horror movie? Hard to choose, but Maximum Overdrive would certainly be one. Killer bees, giant rabbits, and music by AC/DC. Yeah, good choice there, Michael. And what would be your favourite horror double feature drive-in choice? Carpenter's The Thing and the original 1956 version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I once worked with Kevin McCarthy, and he had some great stories about the making of that film. But then he didn't tell me, so that went nowhere, didn't it? Thanks, Michael. What's your favourite horror movie? Who is your favourite horror movie killer? Again, hard to choose just one, but Samara Morgan from Ringo certainly gets my freak on. Gets my freak on, eh? That's a good term. I'm going to say that more. Sleepaway Camp gets my freak on. It's a bit obvious then, wasn't it? Just doing it straight away. I'll slip it in later. What is your favourite horror movie creature monster? Tie between the Predator and the Xenomorph in the Alien franchise. Both are highly imaginative and original. The baby in Eraserhead is right up there too. And what's your favourite horror movie franchise, Michael? Hellraiser. The first one was visually arresting in evoking horror. The series became increasingly campy. But I still love spending time with Pinhead. What? You're talking about the movies. What's your favourite horror movie sequel? Aliens. What's your favourite horror movie remake? The Thing. What's your favourite horror television show? Well, at the moment, it's Penny Dreadful. And what's your favourite zombie movie, Michael? I'm not sure if Cesar, the black-eyed, white-faced ghoul who sleeps in a coffin, counts as a zombie, since he's not undead as much as hypnotically controlled. But if Cesar does, then The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari rocks it. That film certainly influenced many zombie films. If Cesar doesn't make the grade, I really enjoyed World War Z. And finally, Michael, who has been your favourite Halloween costume, do you think? I'd probably say Count Orlok from Nosferatu. Oh, thank you, Michael. It was strange the way you answered that last one, though, wasn't it? Yes, I was. Sorry about that, Killian. Anyway, I'm off now. Anyway, thanks, Michael. Michael, of course, directed parts 2 and 3 back to back. He directed them in the woods with a team. Coming at Dr. Caligari, though. No, I'm not having that. As a zombie film. I didn't say that to him. I probably agreed. Yeah, good choice, that, Michael. Cracking choice. But no, secretly inside I was thinking, oh, Michael, no. You've made a dreadful mistake. Right. Does anyone remember where we was up to? Because I've got to say, I have completely forgot. We were going to do... Oh, did they do the... Oh, right, I know, yeah. The next, it's the final 10, isn't it? We call this the final 10 now. Number 11. Which game is being played when Angela catches Paul cheating on her in Sleepaway Camp? Number 12. In Sleepaway Camp, who does Mel wrongly believe is responsible for the murders happening at camp? Is it Ricky, Ronnie, Paul, or Judy? That wasn't the answer. I was just saying Judy in a different voice. Judy, like from Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me, isn't it? I don't want to talk about Judy. David Bowie. Don't want to talk about Judy. 13. What are the campers doing out in the woods at the very beginning of Sleepaway Camp 2 and Unhappy Campers? I've just seen that scene. You didn't. You can't see it, can you? Number 14. Which 3 famous horror movie characters do 2 of the campers and Angela dress up as during Sleepaway Camp 2 Unhappy Campers? Number 15. What is Angela Baker's birth name? Is it Peter, Paul, Phil, or Patrick? Which I think I just said earlier. Soz. 16. Which Sleepaway Camp movie am I describing? Listen, écoutez. There's a severed tongue, a match, an electric drill, a chainsaw, and an outhouse. I think I might know that one, seems as I'm gawping at it at the moment. Number 17. How does Angela kill Maria at the beginning of Sleepaway Camp 3 teenage wasteland before stealing her identity, which is not 17, 1920. No, this is 18, which is not a name of one of the summer camps from the Sleepaway Camp movies. Camp New Horizons, Camp Rolling Hills, Camp Stonewater, or Camp Manabee. 19. Who has Angela been disguised as throughout Return to Sleepaway Camp? 20. What is the end of the last line in Sleepaway Camp spoken by Ronnie? How can it be? My God! Blank. Question mark. So there you go, final 10. Yeah, lots of trivia could probably be gleaned from that, which I'm sure we'll look at in a moment. So yeah, did we do a bad review? I don't think we did. Let's have a look. You've got to be kidding me, says Tim851. Thanks for having a nice normal username, Tim. Never before have I given a movie 1 out of 10. But this movie was the worst acting I've seen in my entire life. I'm neither kidding nor exaggerating here. I've seen a whole bunch of just for fun student flicks, and still nowhere near as bad. It was insulting. At times I was wondering if this movie was a hoax, but then I've come here to find it has a following. What the F? Star, or did you say asterisk? The cinematography is okay for an amateur film. The music is vintage 80s score. But the acting, oh dear Lord, the acting. The end twist was nice. So yeah, he doesn't deserve a 1. You liked a few things. You said the cinematography was okay. It's not an amateur film, Tim851. I wouldn't say it was an amateur film. It's made by professional people, you stupid Tim851. And then he says he likes the music and the end twist. Oh, Tim, you let yourself down there with that one. What else have you reviewed? Age of the Dragons. What a horrible, horrible movie. Devil. That's all? Predators. The more I think about it, I kind of enjoyed it. Session 9. Going nowhere. The Chronicles of Narnia. The Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe. Bait and Switch. What does that mean? I don't know. Knowing. A horribly unsubtle movie. The Broken. Maybe if you're into I don't know. Friday the 13th. Ninja Jason. Serenity. Disappointing. The Uninvited. Deja Vu. The Forgotten Ones. Redundant. The Children. Horrible. Just horrible. Quarantine. I liked it better than the original. Mirrors. The Ugly. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry. He's done too many. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know how to cope. Right. Let's do the answers to the final 10. Sorry about that. Shouldn't keep knocking that desk, should I? Maybe I should sit somewhere. I'm going to sit over here. Alright. Be over here doing the next one. Can you see me? Come on, bang desk now, will I? No, I'm too far away. Coming back. Don't worry. I'm coming back. Here I am. Don't worry. Right. Oh no, I've lost the bloody place with the put that back in. Right, so number 11. Which game is being played when Angela catches Paul cheating on her in Sleepaway Camp? Just the first one. Alone in the Dark. I don't remember that. Number 12. The person Mel wrongly believes. Of course, he thinks it's Ricky, doesn't he? Where's the looking at the? Oh yeah, I'm looking at the looking at serial killer there and seeing Anthrax Island. I can't remember that in Sleepaway Camp. Yeah, Ricky. He's always blaming Ricky. It's you, Ricky. You're a bad one. And number 13. Sorry, I'll get it together now. What are the campers doing at the beginning of Sleepaway Camp 2? They're telling. I keep looking at the wrong thing. Telling scary stories around the campfire, including the story of Angela from the first movie. They're out actually now. They're in the movie. We're up to the bit where they're around the campfire again. They've got a tent, and somebody's eating a hot dog, and she's seen Angela with the chainsaw with the leather face mask. That leather face mask looks strangely like a Michael Myers mask. doesn't it? Oh, and it flips off her. Surprise! Surprise! I'm here to kill you. She doesn't say that. Number 14, the 3 horror movie characters. Oh, right, yeah. That's apt, isn't it? Hey, synchronicity there. The 3 that she dresses up as in Sleepaway Camp 2. It's, of course, Leatherface, Jason and Freddy. And he was just Leatherface then, with the old chainsaw. Number 16, Angela's birth name, which I think I revealed earlier, was Peter. Sleepaway Camp, am I describing? Well, yeah, it's this one. Sleepaway Camp 2. And number 17, how does Angela kill Maria at the beginning of Sleepaway Camp 3? Oh, I was watching 3 earlier. Runs her over with a truck. A truck. Which is not a name of one of the summer camps from the Sleepaway Camp. Yeah, the odd one out there, of course, was Camp Stonewater, which is from the burning. The burning. We'll have to do one on the burning. Is the burning actual... I don't think it is. The burning. Oh, it's not. Oh, well, don't worry. I still may do a podcast which is just on one of the mini horrors. You know, that might not be a topic in the huge horror quiz book. I might do. And I'll read 100 questions out. Oh, can you imagine that? Right, and who has Angela been disguised as throughout Return to Sleepaway Camp? Male sheriff, Sheriff Jerry Roebling. And the last question, the last line in Sleepaway Camp, how can it be? My God, she's a boy! I've not mentioned the boy, have I? It's in the other book, the Sleepaway Camp mini horror quiz. It was in the difficult questions. You ready? Do you want the difficult question? According to Internet Movie Database, what is the name of the actor who played the role of Naked Angela at the end of Sleepaway Camp? Was it Colin Byrne, Ian Barron, Stephen Warwick, or Archie Liberace? It was, of course, Archie Liberace. I'm sure you spotted that, didn't you? It's the craziest name in the bunch. I love that name, Archie Liberace. It's got a real rhythm and rhyme. And the rhythm and the rhyme. The Naked Angela actor was a local college kid who was a bit drunk, who wore a mask of actress Felissa Rose. According to Jonathan Pearson, he's never come out publicly, never to be seen or heard from again. Yeah, Felissa Rose. I recently will be... I am an associate producer on that bloody summer camp movie that Dave Kerr's making, and I'm very proud to say I'm associate producer. It doesn't mean I'm not done anything. I've just given him some money. But yeah, I put that at the beginning of my books now because it's pretty cool. I don't know when that's coming out. I think it's supposed to be 2020, but it might have got moved to 2021 now. I think they've finished filming. Maybe they'll get it edited. I don't know. I'm waffling. I think we've done everything, haven't we, that we needed to do. So, through the faith of... Anyway, sorry, that clicked on a bit much. Just want to bring the lake back, because the lake wants to say goodbye and thank you very much for listening. And here's the lake from Sleepaway Camp. And, that's all for now. Many thanks. I'll see you. Well, I won't see you, but you'll hear me next time, hopefully, if you're still listening to the show anyway. I'll go then. Ta-da!